Hello, beautiful beings. Welcome to Embodied Heart. Wonderful to have you all here. Your presence is so meaningful. Let's take a moment to settle into your space. Get the last bits of the movement out of the body. And when you're ready, feel that invitation for the eyes to gently close. As the eyes close, becoming aware of the breath, feeling this great breath of life, the breath that moves through us all, moving in and out of the body. Feel how you are not breathing. Feel how you are receiving this great breath. How you can soften and allow the breath to move into the body with more softness, with more ease, with more depth. And how this breath expands, opens this vast inner space of awareness. And inviting this awareness down deep into the root, down deep into the pelvis, to the perineum, and feeling the quality of your root today. Just noticing any tension, any feelings of difficulty, just noticing the patterns of resistance and allowing the truth of this resistance, that it is a programmed story, it is a belief system that was inherited. Allow that truth to be present with you, not to change, not to alter the experience, but just to have the awareness. The resistance comes from the story of being separate, being alone, and needing to find safety. That is the essence of the human experience as it was taught to you. And the result is a feeling of needing to resist, to grasp. And we feel that tension in the root, in the body. We all have it. It's okay. We all inherited the same story. But we're here today because we know that story doesn't work. The story of resistance only leads to more and more suffering. So we invite in today allowance, allowing the body to start to feel relationship. And we start with the relationship to the earth, to the space below the body, feeling the cushion, the chair, the floor, resting on the earth. And feeling a deeper awareness of the earth, not as a thing, but as a living being. And inviting the body to come into relationship with the earth, into relationship with space. Instead of space, time as something to pass through, today we invite it into something to experience more deeply. And we feel that relationship with the earth, the awareness in the soles of the feet. The feet are always in relationship to the earth, walking, moving, even sitting. There's a special chakra point, a receptor point in the ball of the foot. And feel today you can invite new awareness to that space in a desire to actually know the earth. A relationship is to know what is, not what we want it to be, but what is. And feel that invitation in the soles of the feet, inviting the awareness of the earth, her energetic expression, her aura to flow, the feet, the ankles, the shins, the knees, the thighs, the hips, to the pelvis, the pelvic floor, circulating back to the tailbone and following the shape of the tailbone, arcing back down the back of the legs, back down to the heels, and closing that circuit of relationship. And we notice that as we allow that relationship to flow, to just feel, there's nothing to take, there's nothing to grasp, there's nothing to push away, just allowing relationship. Notice how that softens the root. That feeling of allowance, allowing life to flow, allowing life to flow through us. And that great invitation to allowance in the root, it invites the life force, the chi, the prana shakti, the creative abundance of divine expression, to invite it to flow through the root more fully, expanding what has been contracted in the pelvis, in the root, awakening the tailbone, and expanding into the sacrum. Feeling this flow of life, this flow of life force, and the awareness of relationship to being, inviting you to soften back more fully into the sacrum and into the spine, to be aware of the sacrum as a doorway, the mouth of the cave. As we hold the sacrum here, as we invite it into softness, there's a gentle release, releasing the lower back, releasing the kidneys that hold the yin energy, the replenishing, rejuvenating energy of the body. Feel how they soften and follow the release of the lower back, how they hold the adrenal glands, inviting that all to come back home into a state of natural rest. And that spaciousness that's created in the release of the sacrum starts to shift the posture out of the posture of fear and tension. As we soften back into the spine, that spaciousness starts to expand through the belly, the front of the body, the belly, the digestive organs, the vital organs now have space. Notice how contracted the belly has been, drawn in as the back subtly arched forward. But in the release of the sacrum, this spaciousness exists in the belly now. The digestive organs are a center of processing of our alchemy, now has space, now has awareness. From the navel to the solar plexus, opens, expands. Feeling that fullness through the solar plexus, the fullness through the lower three chakras. Coming home to this foundation, this depth of relationship with the body, with the space around the body. And this embodiment of the lower three chakras continues to Shift the posture as that fullness expands into the center of the chest, inviting the upper back, the neck, the shoulders to follow the lower back, releasing down, allowing the heart to bloom open, rotating up and open back into its natural position. The natural position before fear, before the story of separateness defined how the body was held. As the chest blooms open, the heart, your sacred, radiant heart, is revealed. Not as some metaphor for feeling good, but truly the center of your being, the center of your creativity. The heart is always creating. It creates a vibration, a frequency, a story that directs the body, that communicates to life. And as you come home to embodiment, as you come home to relationship, fullness, that frequency is elevated out of the depths of fear and into the fullness of love. Love that is beyond words, because it is your essence, it is your nature. It can only be felt, only be experienced. And the frequency of love, it is a light. It is illumination, literally coming out of the darkness. I talk about it all the time, coming into the light. Again, not a metaphor. The radiance of the heart in love shines out, shines through the body in the shape of a star. Allowing that illumination of the heart to radiate down through the belly, the pelvis, the legs, the soles of the feet, illuminating the connection with the earth, the relationship, pouring love through your awareness to the earth, shining up through the throat, the center of the head, the crown, awakening the crown, awakening your divinity, illuminating the relationship with grace. And the heart shining out the arms, radiating through the palms, illuminating your relationship with karma, with your responsibilities, your roles, the callings in this lifetime, illuminating the service, the gifts that you bring to those. Radiant illumination of the heart in every cell of the body. Expanding. And in that expansion, there's a purging happening in every cell. the release of stress hormones, the chemicals of fear that accumulate in the tissue. Feel how as the cells expand, it's purged. And that expansion says, there is no longer room for fear. I am full in this love. There's literally no space for the fear. And this brilliant illumination that you are radiates beyond the body. A meter, 3 feet at least, in front and behind, above, below, the left, the right. Shines out all around the body, creating this beautiful, vibrant aura, an electromagnetic field. Completely holding the body, enveloping in this field of love. Radiant, dynamic love. And how this field energetically protects the body, protects the mind, as it neutralizes all negativity and transmutes it into compassion, into vision, into true sight. Where you understand, where you no longer take on the external frequency. You no longer need to let it define your state of being. Other people's fear, collective fear, doesn't define you anymore. This field neutralizes it, allowing you to fully be in compassion. The calling of this moment in human history is the awakening of being. We have identified ourselves through doing, but everything is being done through fear, creating more patterns of fear. As you now live in this space of love, you are creating patterns in life right now. It is effortlessly flowing through you into your environment, into your relationships, feeding this brilliant light into it all. Feel the simplicity, the accessibility of this space. And from the heart, from this center, then of course we can take right action. We can take steps. Action is life. And action from the heart is alignment. It's right here. Feel the truth of that deep in the root, the sacrum, the solar plexus, the heart, throat, the center of the head, the crown, this alignment of the subtle body, holding this beautiful, tender physical body. It's not as vulnerable, fragile as you thought. It's held in power. Feel the invitation to move the body, subtle patterns, moving the body in this awareness of relationship to this moment. And feel the enjoyment of that, the truth flowing through the body and the eyes, cheeks, the mouth, the lips, curling upward into a smile of being, an unearned smile, a smile that flows naturally from this state of being that you are. Feel how you can smile fully into the heart. Smile deep into your root. And the smile naturally expands through the aura, the body being held in this smile. And as you slowly, gently start to bring some light to the eyes, feel how that smile radiates out into the space, this room, this home, your relationships, family, friends, work, all of it held in this smile, effortless. This is the calling, to let that natural, easeful transmission of love just be. Here I am in love. Thank you for your presence here and all that you are. Love and blessings to you and your family. I'll see you here again soon.